Good afternoon. Michael Mazarang here again. And I'm here in uptown Charlotte in the Plaza Midwood region, the 28205 zip code. And Plaza Midwood is, a very popular place for people to move to. A lot of these old houses that are being fixed up and do have moisture problems and other things. We got introduced to this home through a licensed engineer, and we were asked to develop a foundation drainage slash moisture control program. It's a lovely home, and you can see a lot of plants and so forth. It's always important to keep your plants pruned and as much away from the structure as you can to keep moisture from penetrating into these old foundations. We did service all the vent wells here on this home, dug them out and added pea gravel at the base, and added some additional vent wells on the other side, which I'll show up on the screen. But what's really cool about this place is we did a hybrid crawl space slash basement system, and I'm going to share that with you today. Well, one of my favorite things to do on a crawl space or even an old cellar section like this is to put an ATMOX system on the home. An ATMOX system is a controlled ventilation program that utilizes the outside air when it's available by a factor of dew point. It operates as a dual system where, like today, it's hot and humid outside. Notice this is the exhaust fan. The fans are not running today. However, we do have a series of dead corner fans on this protocol that move conditioned air from one place to the other. Here's one of the dead corner fans here, and you can see it is running right now in concert with our commercial dehumidifier. Our commercial dehumidifier, this is the smallest dehumidifier that they make, and that's all we need for this square footage. And it is running right now because it's too humid to be taking in the outside air. This crawl space slash cellar combination is very common in this area, and often homeowners will complain about musty smells, air quality issues. And you can see here there's another dead corner fan in there. You can see we installed a liner over the soil, did a trash clean out, we performed an industrial mold cleaning service as well. So we removed the old insulation and we scrubbed this floor using our process that meets NORMI IICRC standards, and not only cleaned the mold, but brought in third-party clearance to verify that we have a clean area. And it's so important. Some companies will try to self-clear and use uncertified protocols, and they're not removing the mold. So it's important that you're working with a company that is following proper IICRC and NORMI standards. Also, it does help to work with properly licensed general contractors and engineers, and that's how we got introduced to this project. And having that kind of project oversight certainly is much better than just your average ABC company that's out there doing crawl space and basement work. As you can see, we brought in some rocks here. There was an old slab, lower slab here, and we cleaned it up and got rid of all the mud and debris. Replaced the sump pump with a more relevant current commercial sump basin and we replaced the pump, the 1/2 horsepower pump. And see, now when water seeps in through this old foundation, most of your average basement waterproofing companies would have tried to break the concrete out and do a tiling system here. You never want to jackhammer around old brick foundations like this, because you can cause foundation damage, especially on a house that's 100 years old. Don't do it. If somebody recommends that, look at this as an alternative. We brought in several tons of rock, spread that out across the floor to create a drainage field. And so the water seeps through the rocks. Hardly any water is making it to the sump basin. So this is a natural way of controlling water seepage in an old cellar section such as this, without having to do destructive types of protocols such as jackhammering concrete. And this is such an important concept to see here today. Is this is the smell in here is dry. It's all those odors that I noticed when I got here my first day are completely gone. It's clean, fresh air smelling. Tonight, probably the fans will fire because the dew points will be low enough to use the outside air as this system does. You'll see here the B box for the ATMOX program, that these wires go out to the various dead corner fans. And of course, the exhaust fans, we're bringing air in from the front of the house, which is a great place to bring in the air. We've got our intake fan there, and we've got another intake fan about 20 feet to my left. And it's absolutely stunning, the difference when I first got here a month ago to what we see today. Clean, fresh smelling, good air quality. The stacking effect is restored and maintained by going with a vented crawl or a vented system, so that fresh air goes up the walls and out the attic vents like a house of this vintage is designed to do. So this is what we call an ATMOX wood moisture sensor. This wood moisture sensor is feeding data directly to the B box here, and it tells us exactly what the wood moisture levels are for the entire floor system. And it's the most important piece of information that we have to calibrate crawl space health. Relative humidity doesn't really tell you everything. Relative humidity doesn't tell you what the wood moisture levels are. And if you're running 20-25 wood moisture, you have the potential to grow mold. So this system has an alarm on it. If we go to 18% wood moisture, this system will know it, and it'll fire an alarm on the main controller upstairs. So it's so important to have a wood moisture sensor on your protocol. And this is the only system of its kind that does this. The rest of the systems out there operate off of relative humidity. And relative humidity doesn't really tell you anything. So an important feature of the ATMOX system that we really want to talk about and share with the public, you definitely got to have one of these. Anyways, if you want more information about ATMOX programs, drainage problems, the application of using gravel and rocks for a solution, sump basins, industrial mold cleaning programs, vapor barriers, dehumidifiers, deploying fans in an effective way that works, give us a call. We're licensed contractors, engineers. We're a part of a team of companies. We're here to help you to design, not only design the system correctly, but install it correctly using proper techniques and proper building code criteria to make these jobs 100% perfect. So really good example of what you can do with these old houses in the Plaza Midwood, Noda, Myers Park, someplace where close by where you have these old houses. You don't have to spend $1 million for an encapsulation. Just don't do it. Go with a hybrid solution like this, and it'll save you a lot of money, and you'll retain the natural stacking effect of how this house was built. So give us a call, and we'll be glad to schedule an appointment to come visit with you and work with you to develop any types of repairs on your home. Again, this is Michael Masserang, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Thank you.